I didn't know if the camera was running. Hey, it's Kimberlee and welcome back to my channel. I make videos on all things lifestyle on a budget, and yes, it's hot in here. I got the window open. We might hear some sounds, whatever. I'm super excited for today's video or tonight's video, because it's after work hours. But one of you beautiful humans had an amazing suggestion and I couldn't help but want to try it because it was like something that I just never thought of. Way back when, I did a video where I changed up the layout of my apartment and I was like, what else should I do? How should I do this? What other ways can I change it up? And for that entire week or so, I think in the video, I merely moved my couch to the center. I know, riveting, but it just changed up a lot of things for me. And I think ultimately I was like, I don't want to have it here because I'm like working out all the time, etc. But we're gonna revisit it again because someone recently commented on my video, shout out to you. First of all, they said like never have your back to the door, which is true. I've heard that many a times. And yet with the layout that I have here, I managed to put my desk in a corner to where my back is facing the doors. But I have a mirror, but it doesn't matter, there's no excuse. Their suggestion was to move my desk over to where my couch is right here, which is on that short wall closest to the door, to move my dining table by the window so it's like more light while you're eating, etc., and then to put the couch back in the center. And it's so funny because I'll have to look it up to see if I have any photos, but when I was originally figuring out the layout of this space, I was about to do quotation marks and I was like, there's no, it is the layout of the space. When I was originally going to do the layout, I was going to have my dining room table over by where my desk is, and I forget why I changed it up. I was like, why don't I just try this out? Let's do the week again, the week of change. Let's change up the layout in here and just see what that does. Now, just to add a little backstory, the reasoning behind having my dining table right at this wall was because the kitchen's right there. So just to me, logically makes sense to just, you come out of the kitchen and you just eat right there. Now, instead of taking a moment to like put a bunch of things away and make this look like this was a whole aesthetic-y place, whatever, because that's just like not me, I'm just gonna show you like what my place looks like right now and then move everything around. I don't know, I just don't adapt to the whole like, make it look like it's not lived in when my apartment is very much lived in, and I love it. If this is your first time on this channel, you're probably like, well, what does your space even look like? So I'll find some footage or I'll just do that right now so you can see. So let's get into it right now. Let's change up my space to the way you would like to see it. Okay, so backing up all the way into my corner where my bed is. So this is the view from my bed. Right now the current layout is that, as you can see, I've got my desk, I've got my TV area, I've got the couch, and then I have my kitchen table, or my dining room table. So the question is, like, how do I want my table to sit? Like, do I want it sitting out or do I want it tucked in? And I guess like, well, actually that doesn't make sense, because I have two placemats on the far side. So if I were to put it like this, obviously someone couldn't sit over there. I feel like if I were to put it against, it wouldn't really do anything. So the goal is to have it out, I guess. Okay, I actually do not know which way this is supposed to go, or like this way, the way that it should go. And it's because my wall is like cut here, so it has a little bit of an indent right there. So it's not gonna fit into a corner. Long ways seemed better, but then I do have the couch coming in. So I think I'm gonna pause here, start working on another side, and I think I'll get the inspiration once everything else is in alignment. Okay, so I'm feeling the desk in the corner, yes. But if you remember, I have this mirror here, and I feel like a mirror goes best like in the corner versus any of the other options that I have here. Like, I don't think it should go right at this wall right here. So I think I'm gonna need to either move the desk and have it joining the wall like the console again, or moving it further down on this bare wall. Okay, now let's figure out the couch. I'm not settled on the desk just yet. The most important thing with my couch is just to make sure that there's still like a decent pathway through. I need to just move these somewhere where it doesn't ruin the vision. A lot of shifting around in this space, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm not giving up. I think it's the table. The table isn't actually working for me over here, but I don't know the best setup for it. I would obviously need another placemat here, and I had to switch out the plug. So obviously this little area would need to be filled with something. I bet if I had a plant, that would be kind of nice over there. And also to block the plug. What I feel like is that it looks very disjointed or separated, which could be a positive and a negative. Positive meaning like you have a separate desk space, you have a separate eating area, you have a separate this, separate that, which is what you would want in a studio. But my other side of the brain, or the other side of my brain, is thinking that it just looks very choppy, as opposed to, I guess, in the original way, it was very much laid out like everything against the wall. I don't know. And I didn't have a problem with that. Not sure how I feel just yet, but still kind of figuring out the setup here. I've got to put my kneeling chair somewhere. I've got to put that luggage somewhere that's not so obvious. Maybe I can hide it behind the mirror. And then this part still looks a little bit unfinished. I feel like something needs to sit there, even if it was like for now I'm literally just gonna put this here and just leave it there. But yeah, I feel like something else needs to go there. I just feel like while this is like very spacious, this is super cluttered over there and it just stands out a lot. Okay, so I moved it down a little. It's a little better. It's just so funny how like different the space looks. I now just see more places for plants, which is nice. Too bad I can't keep them alive, but like that would be a really good spot for some sort of long thing going on over there. Again, there's only but one spot for the couch. I'm not necessarily settled with how this path looks, but maybe there's a better way. I do feel better about the dining area. It just looks a little thin. Now more than ever, it's super clear that I don't have artwork there. I never really noticed it before when it was just the couch, but it's like glaringly obvious with my desk. I think I need to personally clean my desk off a little bit more because now it feels super cluttered. Because there's no artwork extending that area like where the photos used to be, you just see like stuff. And so I think I gotta work on that. Whereas for here, for example, in my eyes, I feel like I see that there's stuff there, but it almost like blooms out or just builds up. So I'd have to work on that. This actually does look better long ways, and with the photos right there, it's doesn't look that bad at all, but it is now uneven because there's no artwork to the left of it. And that's just because I have that poster there. So it's so interesting now realizing what makes things look uneven or not finished, because I obviously was adding things based on the way that the layout was. So just very interesting. I just realized like chances are I might never be able to show this in the light for this week's video until like the last second, like on Saturday, because I'm literally leaving in the morning for work and it's kind of dark out. And then when I come home, it's already dark. I will say the couch is like right here, and that's kind of weird. But then if you have like people over, that invites more people to sit in the same area, so that's not too bad. One thing I forgot again, now that this is here, and like I'm like, oh, I want to like lay down. I forgot how comfortable my couch is. And I'm like, I should have just went right to my bed because now I want to be here. I'm like, I could see myself falling asleep here. Like, I actually want to encourage myself not to lay on my couch after work because I know that I'm not going to get up. I'm going to fall asleep. So, especially being under the covers now, like, I'm just like, Okay, so I just got home from work. It's the next day. And guess what information I got today? I have to film a self-tape. Yay for an audition, but that means that I gotta move all of this. But I will have to take some time because, first of all, it's hot as can be. Yes, we know that. So I need to air out this place, and then I'm gonna have to move everything. And I just think it's funny because it was under a day that I've had this new setup. Only need like this space, and I'll get started. Okay, it's 8:45, so about 2 hours and some change later, I finished my tape. So Now we just move everything back. It actually wasn't that bad to move stuff. Obviously the couch was one piece, so just moving it over is obviously easier. This took a little bit more fiddling with, but it wasn't that bad. Hope we book it. Let's see. As luck would have it, it's very cloudy, so we're never gonna see bright lights. But here's what I ended up settling on the last couple days. I actually would keep my room like this. I am gonna have to move it though when I have guests over, because I prefer the couch to be over there so the guest has more privacy, and then like I do as well over here. I actually just realized that I might be able to put a storage bench here. Look at that space. I measured it. It's over 50. So instead of having the storage bench here, if I do decide to keep this setup as is, I would just actually put it over there, as well as some plants like I'd mentioned before that would be over there. Still working on this setup right here. I added different placemats. Maybe a runner would be better instead. Definitely gonna keep looking into that because I do like the more spacious look. I do still kind of feel like there's a couch right in the way when I come in, but maybe there's an adjustment that will happen the more I get used to it. And then this spot over here would need to get you know, fixed up as well. Some plants, maybe not this could go in the corner, or maybe it stays, who knows? Y'all will tell me. But yeah, so it would just be about adding to the space, maybe adding more to the gallery wall as well, but decently okay. I just do find myself not having much space for when I come in of where to set things down, but that's also because I have a lot of stuff on my desk. So I'm working on downsizing that as well to make it a little bit more simplistic. And then here in this corner, we'll just have to figure this out. This is just merely like camera equipment and the mirror. But once again, when I do have someone come over, I'm gonna switch the couch back. Okay, I didn't have an outro, so here's my outro. It's pretty much midnight and I just got home from work. 12-hour day, yay. That's my video, hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna get some plants. I heard snake plants and ZZ plants are the thing. So comment down below some plant tips. We're trying to keep these bad boys alive. And yeah, if you have a better idea for this layout, let's comment it down below. Any suggestions, all that, you know what to do. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.